Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 103 of the 365-day trivia road trip. This is a 21-question random knowledge trivia quiz. There's 20 questions up front, and then at the very end of the video, there's a question 21 tiebreaker. If you need to stick around for that, thank you for watching, and good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. This company was founded by Ingvar Kamprad, and the name is an acronym of his initials and villages in Sweden. What is the name of this company that originally sold office supplies and jewelry, but is now known for selling furniture? The answer is IKEA. Question number 2. He always said he would prefer a Colombian grave to an American prison. In December of 1993, what real-life crime boss got his wish when he was shot and killed by the Colombian search block on a rooftop in Medellin? The name of that Colombian crime lord was Pablo Escobar. Question number 3, often occurring around late January. What is the name of the speech that a president of the United States gives to Congress each year, advising them on the current conditions of the country? We're looking for the name of the speech. He advises them on the State of the Union. It's called the State of the Union speech. Question number 4. This book, written in 1936, has sold over 15 million copies by providing such advice as, if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. What is the title of this self-help book authored by Dale Carnegie? That seems like pretty obvious advice. The answer is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Question number 5. Originally published anonymously as Travels into Several Remote Nations of the World. In what 1726 Jonathan Swift novel do the several remote nations include Laputa, Hweenemland, Brobdingnag, and Lilliput? Those nations are all discovered during Gulliver's Travels. Question number 6. It was supposedly written to cheer up John Lennon's son, Julian, because Lennon was divorcing his wife, Cynthia. What is the name of this 1968 #1 Beatles song that takes a sad song and makes it better? The answer is Hey Jude. Question number 7. This term means intensity of effect. A large army or a group of armed men such as police, or to compel someone to do something. What is the name of this quantity that according to Newton's second law is equal to mass times acceleration? The word that fits all those definitions is force. Question number 8. Since uranium had been named after the planet Uranus and neptunium after the planet Neptune, element 94 was named what, since its namesake was still considered to be a planet at that time? That was way back when I was a kid and Pluto was still a planet. The answer is plutonium. Question number 9. Containing portions of all the Old Testament except Esther, what more common name is given to the collection of manuscripts discovered in 1947 by a young Bedouin shepherd in Qumran, Palestine? Those manuscripts were discovered next to a big body of water called the Dead Sea. They're known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. Question number 10. This term is defined as the means of accomplishing an act, especially the characteristic method employed by a defendant in repeated criminal acts. What is this Latin term, the English translation of which is the manner of operation? If you're talking about a criminal's MO, you're referring to his modus operandi. Question number 11. It is a Turkish word meaning lord, and in 1206, a Mongolian ruler named Genghis assumed this title. What is this word whose wrath Captain Kirk faced in the second Star Trek movie? He faced the wrath of Khan. Khan is the answer. Question number 12. It was designed around 280 BC during the reign of Ptolemy II. What is the name of this structure, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world that served as a guide to passing ships? This ancient wonder is called the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Question 13. What is the name of the public square in the city of Westminster, central London, established in the early 19th century, whose name commemorates the British naval victory in the Napoleonic Wars over France and Spain? What is the name of the public square? In London, that square is called Trafalgar Square. Question 14. Portrayed on film by actors like Robert Downey Jr., Eddie Murphy, and Rex Harrison, what literary character created by Hugh Lofting lived in Puddleby-on-the-Marsh, was given a push-me-pull-you, and could talk to the animals? That man's name was Dr. Dolittle. Question 15. With Athena's help, he slew a dragon and sewed its teeth into the ground, causing soldiers to spring up and help him build a great city. What was the name of this mythological founder of the city of Thebes? The answer is Cadmus. Question number 16. At an underground Texas Hold'em game run by the Russian mobster Teddy KGB, an overconfident law student loses his entire $30,000 bankroll in a single hand at the beginning of what iconic 1998 Matt Damon poker movie? That movie was called Rounders. Question 17. He became emperor when his mother Agrippina poisoned his stepfather Claudius. He later had his mother, wife, and the apostles Peter and Paul put to death. Who was this Roman emperor remembered for his indifference in AD 64 as his city burned down? They said he fiddled as Rome burned. The answer is Nero. Question number 18. Running their gang, known as the Firm. What was the last name of the twin brothers Ronald and Reginald, who were the foremost perpetrators of organized crime in the East End of London, England, from the late 1950s to 1967? Their last name was Cray, Reggie and Ronnie Cray. Question 19. Appearing in comics, cartoons, and movies since the 1960s, what is the name of the American media franchise that has its own line of military-themed action figures produced by the toy company Hasbro? The answer is G.I. Joe. Question number 20. Considered to be an icon of the city, it has been designated a Seattle landmark. Built in 1962 as part of the Seattle World's Fair, what is the name of this observation tower that stands 605 feet tall? The answer is the Space Needle. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of ROADTRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be episode number 104. Nothing changes. It'll come on at the regular time, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is, I believe, 3 o'clock East Coast time. I'm still not sure exactly what time zone I'm in. I believe it's East Coast, so 3 o'clock my time, 2 o'clock CST, which means it's earlier than that if you go to the West Coast. People in the other countries, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. But if you want to join us for the premiere every day when that starts, there's a pretty good crowd, 20 or 30 people that watch the initial airing of these episodes. It's a pretty good time. Here's question 21, the tiebreaker. The first generation of the Pokemon franchise features how many original species of creatures that were introduced to the core video game series in the 1996 Game Boy games? We're looking for the number of original species in the original Game Boy games. How many Pokemon species were there? Remember, whichever player gets closest wins the point. The answer is 151. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.